Bob Klein. I've been involved with Upward now for 18 years. I'm a deacon in the church, and I've been a deacon for just about 2 years now. Upward is a program of different sports that's been developed for churches. And 18 years ago, we signed up to do basketball, and we've been doing basketball ever since. So it's been 18 years of that. We're in the middle of our 18th season, and I've been involved with the program every year, whether I've been a coach or whether I was helping Gary Taylor with the program, and now I'm kind of heading up the program. I'm director, commissioner, whatever they want to call me. So typically in early September, I start the planning process for the whole season, and I get onto the Upward site. I choose the dates for everything. I choose the sign-up dates, when games are going to start, when practices are going to start. We set that up through Upward. Our sign-up ends in early November, but there are a lot of times that I have to add children. They get in late, and we'll do sign-up all the way through beginning of December. During the December timeframe, I'm working on the game schedule, and games will start in January. Once games start, things are now really flowing well. We've got all the teams assigned, everything's going well, and I'm basically monitoring the program, making sure that everybody's happy. But most important for me is making sure that the kids are taken care of and the parents are taken care of, that are coming into our church maybe for the first time ever, or just making sure that they have a great experience. And that's my main goal. Well, toward the end of the season, one of my main goals is making sure every child scored a basket. So I'm going out and talking to every one of the coaches and asking them if all their kids have scored a basket. And usually by that time, there's still maybe 3 or 4 kids that haven't. And what I do is I make sure the coaches work together so they could figure out how to allow that child to score a basket, even if they have to back off on the defense a little bit. The season ends with the gospel, and we also invite people to come forward during that time. And sometimes we do, sometimes we don't have children come up, or even parents, but it is offered, just like the gospel is offered throughout the season. As we enter into a new season of Upward, I think it's important that the church pray for everybody involved, me included, as leading our ministry. Pray that I'll do it in a Christ-like manner, and that it'll be fulfilled for Him, not the church. I also want you to pray for all the adults that are involved in the ministry, whether they're coaching, whether refereeing, or however they're involved in concessions or testimonies. And then lastly, and most importantly, pray for our children, that they hear and respond to the gospel that's shared with them every week. One of my favorite stories about a child in the program was, we had an apple festival several years ago, and a mother and her son came up to the booth, the Upward booth, and she said her son is autistic and he's never played in organized sports and he can't. And I told her this was the program. I told her this was a perfect program for her son, and she signed him up. He went through the season. A lot of things happened that I knew God was in control. Even the coach that I signed him to, I knew it wasn't me that assigned him, it was God, because this boy never spoke to me the whole season, but he knew this coach I had given to him, and he actually would speak to this coach. And it was just an amazing experience. A year or so later, after it was all over, I saw this lady one time at a restaurant. She came up to me and said how much she appreciated the program, and her son is doing really well. And that was my favorite experience throughout the whole Upward. I learned a long time ago, back on a mission trip that I went on, the only one I ever went to Spain, Africa, God had a plan for me. It was to help children. And this program underscores it every year. I get stressed out about it, but at the end of the season, I just feel like God's really put me here to help children. And I feel so blessed and so honored to be a part of this program, and that's why I love it. This season, God provided something very special. He provided 2 cheerleader coaches. I had no idea who the cheerleader coaches were going to be this year, and all of a sudden I have 2 ladies stepping up and saying that they want to help with the program through cheer, and they both have daughters in cheerleading. And as one came to me and she did so much planning before she ever got the material. She was already planning cheers and other things for the program, and she came to me so excited about sharing the gospel with the children. And it's just been a special year right now and watching these 2 ladies do the cheer. I want the church to know how much I appreciate every person, whether they're coming to our church or coming from another church or wherever. The people that step up and help in the program, whether it's in concessions, whether it's in coaching, whether it's in referees, whether it's in testimonies, whether it's praying for the program, how much I appreciate all of your help and prayers. Thank you. You're not still recording, are you?
Oh yeah, it's been going for a while.